But yeah, let's see. Hello, good morning from Monkey Mia. Hello and welcome to Katie Does Travel. My name is Katie. I am a solo female backpacker in her 30s and I'm currently backpacking the beautiful country of Australia. This is my second time here. Second time here, but it's my first time in Western Australia, and I'm currently taking a road trip from Perth all the way up to Darwin, and I am here in Monkey Mia this morning. If you're not yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy solo travel content. It really helps me once again, and also give me a follow on my social media channels. So like I said, I am here in Monkey Mia. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind, seems to be a common thing, but I'm here in Monkey Mia. I was here this morning to catch the dolphin feeding, which I'll put some clips of that, but now I'm just kind of walking around the little trails they have here before I head out to my next stop. Today I'm planning on driving basically from Monkey Mia to Carnarvon, I think that's how you say it, and where I'm staying the night there, and then I will continue my way up north. So yeah, kind of a busy day. Today is just a lot of driving, but I want to stretch out the legs and just gonna enjoy my morning here and get the full use out of my admission, because it was 15 Aussie dollars to get in here and the parks pass did not apply. So anyway, I will take you along and let's have a beautiful day. Monkey Mia or Monkey Mia, I've honestly heard it both ways. It's a really cool conservation area that you definitely should visit, but it does require a little bit of an early morning. So like I've mentioned, it's $15 per day to go and visit, and you can do snorkeling, hiking, swimming, etc. But the big attraction is the dolphin feeding. So it does happen daily, although nothing's guaranteed, but they feed the dolphins up to 3 times a day. So you can meet down at the main area by the beach at around 7:45, and then at around 8 o'clock, they invite you up to the shoreline to see the feeding. So the dolphins are wild dolphins, and they are very particular with how they are fed. They don't necessarily invite the dolphins to come up, but the dolphins have been doing this for 50 years, so they kind of know. But essentially, they get fed up to 3 times per day between 7:45, 8, and noon. If they come any later, they will not get fed. And if they're already been fed 3 times, they will not feed them anymore, because they want to encourage them to still go out and get their own food. So it's definitely a very unique and fun thing to do, and it's just amazing to see the dolphins up close. So I highly recommend a visit, but you do need to get there pretty early, because while you can see the dolphins in the other showings, nothing's guaranteed. But usually the first showing at 7:45, or first feeding, I shouldn't say showing, but the first feeding at 7:45, 8 o'clock is the most popular. So I got there about 15-20 minutes early, and that was plenty of time. Hello, so I am just outside of Carnarvon. I need to learn how to say that. But I was driving out to these blowholes on the Quabata. Why can I not pronounce anything? But there's some blowholes nearby. Well, by nearby, it's like 30-something miles one way. And I'm gonna be lame, and I think I'm gonna actually turn around. I'm not like that far into the drive there. I think I'm just gonna turn around and go to my campsite, because I just have a lot of work I want to do, and I just spent like 70-something Aussie dollars on gas. It's expensive, and I still have to go to Woolworths and stock up, so I think I'm just gonna skip it. I'm gonna be a lame-o, but I just really want to settle in. I have a lot of work I gotta do. I want to take a walk tonight, and I'm just justifying myself here. So anyway, that's the plan. But yeah, it was just a long drive, and I feel bad not having something more interesting to show. But Monkey Mia this morning was pretty interesting. So that's the fun thing for today. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the campsite, and I do have a powered site tonight just because that's all that was available, but I can just charge up like everything. So anyway, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna go to Woolworths, and I'm also going to go for a walk. So that's the plan, just keeping you updated, and let's go check into my campsite. Good morning and happy Tuesday, I believe. So I am here in Carnarvon. I think that's how you say it, although I've heard it also pronounced Carnarvon and some other ways, but as an American, and I could be totally wrong, but I just know it as Carnarvon, and this is why. So anyway, I am here in Carnarvon. I'm at my campsite. I'm about to leave. I was going to do my little tour, but I got to get out of here. So, but I am headed over to the Space and Science Museum here, and I feel like a lot of people wouldn't stop here. It wouldn't be a big deal, but I'm a big space fan, and Carnarvon was actually played a pretty significant role during the Gemini, specifically the Apollo missions, and also Skylab. So there was a tracking center here during those missions, and actually it was built for Gemini because Gemini was kind of the testing ground for the Apollo lunar landings, and then during the Apollo missions it actually sent up the transinjection lunar orbit. I'll put the correct thing here, but anyway, so it did that during the Apollo missions, and then it did a little bit during Skylab, and then the tracking station was decommissioned and it's no longer there. I think one of the buildings is used by Telstra. But anyway, I am really excited to go to the museum. I'm not expecting like a ton, but you never know. I mean, like Buzz Aldrin came here, so I mean, it has to be something. But anyway, I'm really excited. My little space geek heart is like, I don't know, just really happy, because when I saw that this was along the way, I was like, wait, that name rings a bell. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, okay, that's how I know it, from the Apollo mission. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go and check that out, and then we are headed today up to Exmouth, or Exmouth, depending on how you want to say it, and that's about a 3.5-4 hour drive. So a lot of driving, but we're gonna spend our morning at the museum, and then we're gonna continue to drive. So welcome, and let's have a great day. All right, so buckle up. I'm going to go a little bit of space geek on you. But the Carnarvon, or Carnarvon, I've heard it both ways, Space and Technology Museum is a must do for any space or technology lover. So a little bit about this. So you wouldn't think that something so cool would be in the middle of Western Australia, but the museum offers a lot of history. So for 20 Australian dollars, you can go into the museum and learn a lot, not only about how this little town in Western Australia impacted the space program, but also just technology and TV in general. So in 1966, the cast horn antenna, which was locally known as the sugar scoop, was actually used as the first television broadcast from Australia to the BBC in London. And the program was called Down Under Comes Up Live, and I actually found a clip of it on YouTube, so I'll link that down below if you want to see it. It's really cool, actually, because there were people from London who got to see family members who moved to Australia for like the first time in like 15-20 years. So I don't know, it's pretty cool. But then in terms of the space program, in 1969, on the day of the Apollo 11 moon landing, the antenna also relayed Neil Armstrong's first steps on the moon from the tracking station to Perth's TV audience. So that is pretty cool. And then the tracking station, which is no longer standing, which was located about 10 kilometers south, was used to support the Gemini, Apollo, and Skylab programs, as I mentioned earlier. So it was actually commissioned in 1964, and it operated for 11 years, where then it was decommissioned. But yeah, if you want to learn a lot about just space and how this town impacted the space program, I highly recommend a visit here. There's not a whole lot otherwise in this town in Carnarvon, but you really would enjoy this if you are anything of a space geek like me. Okay, so I just got done at the museum. It was really, really good. Honestly, I know I said I didn't have really high expectations, but this blew me away. It's a very small museum, but there's so much in there, and I came away actually learning a lot. And dare I say, it was actually better than the U.S. Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville. Not quite as good as Kennedy Space Center, but I mean, like, that's a given. But I was recently at the Rocket Center last month with my dad, and it was my second time there. I'd been there before, his first time, and honestly, I think this was better. That's just me. Who would have known something so interesting about space would be in the middle of Western Australia? But anyway, now I am headed 3.5-4 hours to Exmouth, and where I'll be for the evening. It's probably gonna be pretty much just me driving, so kind of boring, but I will see how I feel if I can check in with you all later. But for now, I'm gonna turn back on the air because it is hot. I'm gonna charge my phone, and I'm going to hit the road because it is just after 1 o'clock, and I want to get there before it gets dark. So I will see you on the road. Good morning. It is Wednesday, almost said Friday. It is Wednesday. I'm here in Exmouth, and today I am headed to go snorkeling with whale sharks. So this is something that's been on my bucket list for a while, so I'm really, really excited. It is a beautiful morning, so hopefully that means we will see a lot of whale sharks out there. And yeah, I'm really excited. I have about 9 minutes till I have to be at the front to wait for my pickup, so I'm gonna go over there now. But I just want to check in and say hello, welcome, and it's a new day. I will explain what happened yesterday night later, because something happened with the car. We're fine, it's all good, but I just documenting the journey. So anyway, I will see you all on the boat, and let's go see some whale sharks. If you're in Exmouth, you've probably heard of the whale shark diving experience. So this is very, very popular, but I will not lie, it is quite expensive. So it was 495 Australian dollars for the day, so you definitely have to budget for it. But if you are in season to see the whale sharks, I highly recommend doing this. So there's a lot of providers, but I ended up going with 3 Islands Whale Shark Dive just because they seem to have the best reviews, and they also have their own dedicated tracker plane to spot the whale sharks, so you can hopefully see them. So essentially, whale sharks, despite their name, they are very, docile creatures. They are filter feeders, so basically they just eat like a little plankton and such. They're not gonna obviously attack people, but the way they're described to us is that they're kind of the big teddy bears of the sea, and they also are like the largest whale and shark in the entire ocean. So very, very cool. So essentially we had 3 or 4 dive opportunities to go out and see them. And they are just these gentle giants, and they are just really incredible to see. I went out, I think, on 3 dives, 3 of the 4 whale shark dives in general, because honestly I started to feel a little bit seasick. So if you have that issue, this is a newer thing for me, but if you do have that, bring some pills or medicine just to counteract that. But it was a great day. We were fed. We had the opportunity to dive a lot. My only complaint, if you will, is that it's just, even though you were in small groups, there was still a lot of like pushing and shoving to try to see the sharks. And I definitely got kicked in the face by someone's flippers. But otherwise, great experience. Highly recommend.
The next day.
Okay, so I never finished the vlog from Exmouth, but I had a great time. If you see flies in here, it's because there's flies in the car right now. I just got off at a little rest area, but I'll get them out in a minute. But anyway, yes, I had a great time at Exmouth, but I am going to start a new vlog because I want to do one specifically for the next place I'm going. So anyway, I just wanted to wrap this up, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not subscribed already. It really helps me out. Also, be sure to follow me on my social media channels, which are here on the screen, to follow my travels in real time. But like always, just remember to wander far and wander often, and I'll catch you all in the next video.